Listen, guys, how do we get out of this? We know how to get into trouble. How do we get out of it? And how do we get out of it without divorcing the income and the stability that we've been able to provide by getting into the circus to start with?
What were the biggest challenges or hurdles for you? A very successful real estate professional, right? Going to eXp. Tell us life before, and then we'll go during and after.
Yeah, so I was very skeptical because I grew up in South Florida, so comes inherently with the territory. I think I found out about eXp probably in June of 2017. I was doing about $43 million of business that year. I was all gray haired. I had a 1-year-old. I started being a father late. I have 2 little boys now, one that's almost 5 and one that's 2. And I was feeling like I was going to miss all of his childhood if I continued to operate at the pace, the frantic, like bizarre pace that I was operating at. So I decided in about 10 minutes, like I had nothing to lose. So I joined on August 4th. I brought over about 45 listings. We were about 3,800 agents at eXp. We were only open in 38 states. It was sort of a startup still, even at that period of time. And I started to address real issues that other agents were having. Like, listen, guys, how do we get out of this? We know how to get into trouble. How do we get out of it? And how do we get out of it without divorcing the income and the stability that we've been able to provide by getting into the circus to start with? And I was, I guess, articulate enough to explain this to enough agents to gather some momentum and steam. The good news about being a productive agent is I knew all of the big players and I only went after the best agents. So that was very helpful for me because every agent that I came over was sort of a legend in their own right. So their influence then superseded mine to where they brought agents over. I was not the most popular guy. I don't hang out with realtors. I don't go to big events. Anytime I get on an airplane, it's because I'm going to travel for fun. So I was sort of a black sheep of a success story at eXp. So if I can do it, then that means any personality type or mindset could be successful if you just do the micro stuff, every day initially.
Excellent. So you were skeptical at first, but you looked at it, you underwrote it, and you really asked the question, how do we get out of this collectively, not just you, working this
Yeah.
frantic pace, seeing your baby, maybe first baby boy, right? And you're going, oh my gosh, like I don't want to miss this. And so that went from taking action and saying, what's the worst that can happen? And by the way, it's similar to what I thought too. I was like, well, the worst thing that could happen is I just go back to what I was doing before. Like try this for a year. And it's not this good to be true, right? I always say, no, it's this good to be true. Like it's exceeded my expectations every step of the way with the leadership, with the culture, with the technology, with the people I met. I went to my first eXp event in Cabo just a few months ago.
Yeah,
And it
Brett.
was phenomenal, right? And I'm going, wait, every step of the way it exceeds my expectations. So for those who
Yeah.
are listening out there right now, I'm going to ask Rich this question as well. I want to encourage you. I want to challenge you to what's the worst that can happen? You come over for 6 or 12 months and it's all BS or it doesn't work out or it's not what you thought. Go back to where you're at, right? But in this scenario, literally every step of the way with the people, with the culture, with the leadership, with the technology, because what? It's agent owned, right? So we're in this together. Even Rich being on the show right now, he doesn't need to be on the show. He doesn't need to work ever again.